friends and YouTubers. This is Kurt, and welcome back to the Kurt's Place channel here on the YouTube. Well, guys, it's time for another visual pinball gameplay review. Now, this time we're going to be playing Black Hole, made by Gottlieb in 1981. This is a classic pinball machine I remember playing quite well back in the day. I was actually 11 years old when this game came out, and I remember it quite well. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to check out the back glass first, and we'll actually do the gameplay. Play field next, and we'll actually do some gameplay. All right, let's go and begin. Now, I want to mention this is actually being played on my skeletal pinball machine. If you want to know more about the skeletal pinball machine, just go to my channel, look under skeletal pinball machine. You can actually see how I built this machine from the ground up. All right, let's go. I always love, one thing I always loved about black holes, I love the fact they have all these chaser lights and things, you know, around the outside. Really gave it a high definition back glass. Always thought that was really cool. Yeah, and the one thing too, this actually does turn. I believe the visual pinball version on this does turn. We'll find out when we do some gameplay here, and we'll actually see. And I remember hearing that back in the, I remember always hearing that that promo screen too, back in the day too, when I was in the arcades too. And another thing I like too is I always loved that lower playfield. I always thought that was really cool too, how they did that too. And this visual pinball version does a really good job replicating that as well too. Really cool. I like the way too that they actually recreated the screws and things that actually hold the glass in place. Really cool stuff. So you can see how cool that is too. All right, let's go and begin some gameplay here on the black hole. All right, guys, let's go and begin some gameplay here on the black hole. Now, one thing that's really cool you're going to see is you're going to notice that when I start again that the actual black hole does turn in the background. There's an actual motor. There's a motor that actually turned that in the original pinball machine, and they replicated that beautifully here in visual pinball. As you can see, it's really neat to see that turn. Now, unfortunately, our pinball machine, we actually had a black hole in our collection, but unfortunately it never turned. The motor was always broken, and the feature never worked on our black hole. But the nice thing about visual pinball is you get a chance to see it working here. Because it's all digital, there's nothing to actually break there, which is really neat. And one of the reasons my dad and I always enjoyed this machine is the fact that it is fairly simple. Really cool. Now, one of the things you're trying to do is you're trying to capture the ball down in the lower playfield. It's not always easy to do. You can re-enter the game as well. If you open the gate, there's actually a gate you can open that actually will actually let you come back into the playfield if you open that gate. But if you don't open that gate, your ball will drain if you go down there. Let's see if I can capture the ball down there. Let's see if we can get it this time. Oh, not quite. The lower, I always thought the lower playfield too. I always thought it was pretty hard to play down there, but it still was pretty unique too. Force accelerated. Oh, complete and I do get to re-enter though. Now I actually have a captive hole lit, so I can actually, this is how I can get volleyball. Ah! So there you go, guys. So there's Black Hole. This is a game I highly recommend that you play if you get a chance to. Really, really cool stuff in this game as well. It's considered one of those. I always call it a quintessential Gottlieb game from from Flash in the past. Really, really great game. And as I also want to mention too, if you want to show your support for the Kurt's Place channel, I do have merchandise available now. You can get things such as shirts, keychains, and masks from the Kurt's Place channel store. There's a link in the video description down below. Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great day now. Bye-bye now. We'll see you on the next video.